And I understand it's a very big risk of me making these statements because I move freedom of speech frequency, but the only reason there's a big risk of me making these statements is because I'm a mental health patient, or was, because they no longer identify with me at the hospital. I no longer have to go to the hospital. I no longer take medications. I no longer take injections. I'm not a patient at Georgetown Hospital anymore after 10 years. And I don't know how many people in Guyana really know that black people were given 10 years to celebrate being out of slavery. Basically, I would have experienced the punishment of what that is. Most people mightn't really understand these things, but this by I is me and y'all is y'all. Anyhow, I understand that when I say these things, they could try to like jump on it to a great extent. Because there's, I think, concerning the government. I am, however, the monarch of the country, so the government doesn't apply to me. Whether they think I understand it or not, I'm well trained for something like that. I have no respect for the authority, and they are aware of that. I have no apologies to make to any one of them, from the president to the vice. A country with a monarch in it, and it has a president and a vice president, and then a prime minister. And not just a prime minister, a brigadier. Now, I know most people mightn't really understand those things, but I am no asshole. I'm Henry Sarbo's daughter. Well trained, well trained. Come and try charge me for treason, y'all gonna have to identify with marijuana. Treason. A born of the third, I'm SONIA. Y'all gonna have to identify with treason. Y'all can't charge me for treason. I am me. When y'all want acts concerning marijuana, y'all stupid enough to leave Region 1 with the name marijuana there. A place that y'all ain't taken care of, by the way. And from what I heard, I get dumped at age 30 for being like what is called, a has-been or something. For being a has-been. I get dropped. There's the exact term. The fallen angel. I get dropped by the Indian people at age 30 because I was, you know, like a good for nothing. In the prime of my life, I get dropped by them saying I was a good for nothing. What else is there to do other than fuck up their 2,000-year-old world system that they have, and then leave the fucking faces on the ground in my country, and I can walk around like fucking King Kong? They're intervening into my life, my life. Do anybody knows anything about? I stay to myself. My head in a book or on the computer reading something or studying something with Nuapu or Dao De Ching. I don't even be involved in Scott. Then all of a sudden, I was like the biggest thing out, and the Jagan family making friends with me on Facebook. And when I highlight them, like, why y'all making friends with me? They unfriend me. Pack of bitches. Family making friends with me brother. Come and tell by me brother's store. I send on behalf of asking me for advice on what to export. Bihari family. And they know I don't like them for nothing. And especially the one Mark Vieira. I don't like he for nothing. For dead nothing. And what I do appreciate is when Kujung Peng was around y'all and ID Devi, Raja Khan had a bulletproof vehicle. Carried out a couple years of advanced knowledge. Even though y'all had he as y'all bodyguard and y'all trying to kill he had y'all with a bulletproof vehicle. He didn't have a bulletproof vehicle. But wherever the fuck he do I had one though. Raja Khan, a blue bulletproof vehicle. It's me I'm talking about. Yeah, I know everybody. When the government activated the frequency in 2014, and I started letting out the beings, most of them didn't really accept the frequencies that I would ask. The difference with me and them is I is me, so I said go. I don't have to listen to them. they decide to leave me in the frequency, that's probably the worst thing that they can do. But they're leaving it. And I heard Bar Jaglio use the word inconsistencies. He better don't be using the word inconsistency with anything to do with me. Because there is nothing on my frequency that is inconsistent. What there is on my frequency is a whole lot of people asking concerning what they want it to be, so they can identify with another being, so they can have a whole cast behind that being, not just the one being alone. Me, I come with me alone. I got one body. And Yanni want to start concerning the one body. Because the one body look like this after 11 years of stress. At 42, I'd make some 20-year-old look bad. Anyhow, so in the frequency of the principalities and powers in high places, when they activate the frequency and they left me in the frequency, I made myself at home. The problem is, I am at home and a lot of bad going on. The one that reached me today is about this little girl. And I can't get that out of my head because I understand it is politically motivated. Now, I want you all to understand, I see this little girl's hands in the video. Recently, I gave somebody a compliment concerning their complexion. This person has a skin condition, and I was saying that I never knew them before it, but I knew them while they have it. And I actually think they look better with it than when they showed me a picture of them before. When I noticed this little girl's hand, it has the same kind of, the whitish looking mark like Sia, the artist that got the skin condition. And right away, it clicked to my head that it's because of this conversation of me complimenting this person is the reason why the government look to act out on this manner. Because they know I get to shout Palestine, Iraq, and Iran and those kinds of things all the time. But they want to see what we are going to do if they were responsible for hurting one of our own. I'm very proud of the burning and the looting. Bob Marley would be very, very proud of y'all. Y'all take the things, carry them home, then burn down the place. I'm very proud of y'all concerning that. What I want y'all to understand, move that. What I want y'all to understand is that if they push your buttons, y'all have to, I don't want to tell y'all what to do. I don't want to limit y'all to the order of which I function from. Because I'm going to want everything perfect, because when I'm done, I want my hands clean. But I could understand the rage where y'all feel. I could understand how angry y'all are. And I want y'all to understand it's perfectly alright to vent that anger. And I want the police of the police and the soldiers to understand something. Half of y'all black. Y'all see me here front? You see this here? You see this here? Guess who is this here? Guess who there on the front line? Guess who on the front line? If y'all don't believe me, y'all want to identify it in another way. Defense Force. How many of the out of the Guyana Defense Force, how many of them are dominantly or how many of them are black? I'm sure that figure going to dominate on behalf of Guyana Defense Force. Same thing with the police force. They're going to have a lot of blacks. Y'all going to be put on the front line. Y'all were put on the front line when it comes to me. Y'all were put there. Y'all knew that y'all were there on the front line when it comes to me. I don't know what y'all knew concerning me at that time. But y'all were put there as a means of protecting the government. Y'all were put there to protect the government against me, who the government was attacking. And y'all were stupid enough to not see it. All that time y'all spent going against me, who wanted what's best for y'all, as opposed to beings who put y'all on the front line literally, and don't give a shit.